Have you ever noticed how so many people with decent salaries still feel financially stuck? They earn more than they ever dreamed, yet somehow it never feels like enough. Maybe it's you or someone you know, working hard, saving a little, but still living paycheck to paycheck. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your salary alone is rarely enough to build real wealth. And the reason most professionals never realize this isn't a secret. It's psychology, lifestyle, and some invisible patterns in how we handle money. Let's put some numbers to it. Imagine someone in their late 20s earning $70,000 a year in the US, or 55,000 euros in many European cities. After taxes, they take home around $55,000. Now the bills start. Rent or mortgage, $18,000. Car payments and insurance, $7,000. Student loans or credit cards, $5,000. Utilities, groceries, streaming subscriptions, occasional dining out, $10,000. Suddenly, that comfortable salary barely leaves $15,000 for savings, emergencies, or investing. Here's the thing. They could easily earn $80,000 next year, but if they upgrade their apartment, buy a newer car, or eat out more often, that raise disappears almost entirely. The lifestyle inflation trap is subtle, slow, and nearly invisible until it's decades later, and there's little to show for all that earning. The biggest mistake isn't spending, it's thinking salary equals wealth. Many people assume if they earn enough, the rest will take care of itself, but it doesn't. Let's do some simple math. That $5,000 annual raise we just talked about, if invested at 6% annually over 30 years, turns into roughly $450,000. That's almost $500,000. But if it's spent on lifestyle upgrades, zero. Over time, this small, almost natural choice compounds into a huge difference. And yet, most people never see it because they focus on what's immediate: a fancier car, a bigger apartment, or new gadgets. Why do we do this? Human psychology is partly to blame. Our brains prioritize immediate rewards over delayed ones. That fancy coffee, new phone, or weekend trip feels satisfying today, whereas investing money for 30 years feels abstract and distant. Status plays a huge role too. We compare ourselves constantly: colleagues' cars, neighbors' homes, friends' vacations. Even subtle social cues can make us feel the need to keep up, pushing us to spend rather than invest. It's not laziness, it's biology and social conditioning working against long term financial goals. The invisible system flaw. The system also encourages consumption. Credit cards, EMIs, and loans are marketed as tools of freedom, but often they act as traps. Interest rates, minimum payments, and hidden fees quietly erode wealth. You're technically managing your money, but in reality, your salary is funding interest payments more than actual growth. This is especially visible in younger professionals. They graduate with student loans, buy a new car, subscribe to multiple streaming platforms, and before they know it, 90% of their income is accounted for, leaving almost nothing to grow wealth. Long-term financial impact. Let's project forward. Someone who continues this pattern for 15 to 20 years may earn hundreds of thousands more than their peers, yet their net worth remains minimal. They work hard, save occasionally, but their money never truly works for them. Meanwhile, someone earning the same salary but investing, controlling lifestyle inflation, and thinking about money strategically may have a net worth 3 to 5 times larger by midlife. Small choices compound quietly over decades. Real life example. Take Sarah, a 28-year-old professional in London. She earns £55,000 per year. Initially, she lives frugally, saving £500 a month. But after a promotion, she upgrades her apartment, buys a luxury car, and spends on weekends out. Suddenly, her savings barely increase, even with a higher salary. Contrast this with Tom earning the same. He keeps lifestyle constant, invests the extra £500 per month, and by age 40, he has built significant wealth. Both earn the same. The difference isn't luck, it's mindset and long-term discipline. Financially intelligent perspective. Financially intelligent people don't rely on salary alone. They think in terms of assets, not income. They prioritize investments, not instant gratification. When they get a raise, it goes to stocks, bonds, or retirement funds before any lifestyle upgrades. It's not about deprivation, it's about clarity. They understand money as a tool for freedom, not validation. Over decades, this mindset quietly compounds, giving them options that most professionals only dream of. Lifestyle inflation case study. Lifestyle inflation is a slow, almost invisible enemy. For example, a $70,000 salary can feel luxurious until rent increases, the car needs an upgrade, and every birthday or holiday triggers new spending. Each small upgrade seems rational, but together they prevent wealth accumulation. In Europe, the scenario is similar. Cities like Paris, Berlin, or Amsterdam have high living costs, and a small raise often disappears into rising rent, utilities, and lifestyle expectations. The math doesn't lie. Salary growth without spending control doesn't build net worth. Practical psychological insight. Humans tend to discount the future. $1,000 today feels real. $1,000 invested today growing over 30 years feels intangible. Recognizing this bias is the first step. It's not about denying enjoyment, it's about prioritizing what really matters over time. Financial freedom is the product of consistent strategic decisions over decades, not the result of a high salary alone. Lifestyle inflation is a slow, almost invisible enemy. For example, a $70,000 salary can feel luxurious until rent increases, the car needs an upgrade, and every birthday or holiday triggers new spending. Each small upgrade seems rational, but together they prevent wealth accumulation. In Europe, the scenario is similar. Cities like Paris, Berlin, or Amsterdam have high living costs, and a small raise often disappears into rising rent, utilities, and lifestyle expectations. The math doesn't lie. Salary growth without spending control doesn't build net worth. Practical psychological insight. Humans tend to discount the future. $1,000 today feels real. $1,000 invested today growing over 30 years feels intangible. Recognizing this bias is the first step. It's not about denying enjoyment, it's about prioritizing what really matters over time. Financial freedom is the product of consistent strategic decisions over decades, not the result of a high salary alone. Conclusion. So the next time you check your paycheck, remember, earning more doesn't automatically make you rich. Real wealth comes from understanding the invisible traps, lifestyle inflation, status spending, and psychological biases. The salary is just the beginning. It's how you allocate it that defines your financial future. If this perspective resonates with you, consider subscribing. It's a small step towards seeing your finances clearly, without hype, guilt, or pressure.